We've seen some amazing things, but that, my friends, is something we've never seen.
Brandon Cruz wants advice.
Brandon Cruz wants advice.
Brandon wants advice.
Brandon Cruz wants advice. You have locked yourself into the playoffs.
Nice.
Got it.
Talk with old Brandon Cruz wants advice.
Completely speechless, to say the least.
Man, I am honestly so baffled by that decision. Brandon Cruz wants advice.
It's Brandon wants advice.
Green flag in the air. Brandon Cruz wants advice to the front.
It's the Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast, where I go and look at low-owned plays and strategies specifically designed for GPPs. This is a show for people who are already informed on daily fantasy sports and how these contests operate. If you have any questions related to the NFL or NASCAR that you're embarrassed to ask your usual DFS provider, or if you can't find the answer anywhere else, give me a tweet at BrandonCruzDFS. Most importantly, take everything you hear with a grain of salt and use your best judgment when making entries initially. If you have a gambling addiction, that's not my fucking problem. Ladies and gentlemen, let's focus on the Showdown slate for the kickoff of the regular season. It's the Packers at the Bears tonight in Chicago. Alright, so first and foremost, I am entering one lineup on each site. I'm not multi-entering this bullshit because, my God, I hate Showdown slates. Because I always multi-enter. I always put like fucking six lineups in. 2 will cash, and I'll just fucking end up breaking even. So I'm doing one lineup this year in each Showdown slate. I think that's the best way to probably go about it. The reason I don't like these a whole lot is because, one, you have to get incredibly lucky to hit the right guy. 2, you have to have the right captain. I'm focusing more on DraftKings because I think they have the better showdown of FanDuel and DraftKings. DraftKings is the best. So, one, it affects the salary of the person, not just the points. It affects who you can put in, things of that nature. I usually go either wide receiver or running back in the captain spot. You would think it would be a quarterback because they have the highest ceiling. Because they have the highest floor, but the highest ceiling really goes to the wide receiver and running back position, just based on, huge runs, multiple touchdowns, things of that nature. When I see these types of contests, who do I imagine most people are going to make a captain? It's probably going to be Trubisky, Rodgers, or Devontae Adams. I would suspect those 3 would be the candidates. Maybe David Montgomery. I still can't pronounce that name. Don't give me shit. I would imagine it's going to be one of those 4 guys in the captain spot. Now, this is very interesting. Waking up this morning, I thought we would either know or something. Either way, Trey Burton, for the tight end for the Chicago Bears, is questionable. He had a mild groin strain a few days ago, and I found a tweet from a Chicago beat reporter who covers the teams and all that, and he had a groin strain in January. He had sports hernia surgery in March as part of this one. He practiced the first week of camps in July and August, and he hasn't practiced since then, and he strained his groin again this last week. And he was like, this simply doesn't add up. Using that, and I already thought it was interesting because I hadn't seen him practice at all during this. But from what this sounds like, he's having way more than just a simple setback of a groin injury, things of that nature. I don't believe Trey Burton's going to play tonight. And even if he does play, I think he'll be severely limited. He's not going to receive the amount of targets and and volume that he was getting before. I'm going into this one lineup expecting Trey Burton to either be limited or not playing. Because of that, the backup tight ends for Chicago, and the one I'm focusing on is Adam Shaheen. He's $400 on DraftKings. I'm pretty sure if this contest was made later, instead of like a fucking month out, he probably would have been more expensive. So Adam is clearly a lock. He's not a lock for captain spot for me, because I'd rather have someone who could possibly get me 30 points in the captain versus just like 11 or something. I think Adam would get. I think he's going to get at least 5 DraftKings points. Purely on catches, don't think he's going to really do much. He might score a touchdown. Either way, he's $400. If he catches 2 balls, he's pretty much paid off what he was looking for. So Adam should be in every fucking single lineup. I don't see why he wouldn't be. So that gives us more room to add more studs. It also makes it easier for people to put, the highest stud in a captain spot. So I'm assuming Devontae Adams is probably going to be the most popular captain amongst DFS junkies and average Joes alike. Because of that, and I'm not going to give you my exact lineup. I already told you I'm entering 2 lineups. I have the same players here and there, but man, these allergies are rough. I still like Devontae Adams. He's going to make the lineups for sure. Aaron Rodgers for sure, because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing from behind. I have Chicago winning this game. I talked about in my last video yesterday the win and loss teams, the winner. Basically, looking at every game who the winners are. I have Chicago winning this game. I probably have Aaron Rodgers playing from behind. I have David Montgomery pretty much on the field trying to run the clock out for Chicago. Because of that, I really like Geronimo Allison. I feel like if there's a person other than Devontae Adams who's going to break coverage, it's going to be Geronimo Allison. I haven't been able to really try and fit him into a lineup. I just end up going to other places, but Geronimo Allison is a place I am definitely interested in. Tyreek Cohen is more of a receiving running back. If Chicago's behind, you're going to see Tyreek Cohen really shine, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not interested in Aaron Jones. Just from how my lineups are being constructed, I only have one quarterback in it. Whether that's Rodgers or Trubisky, I won't tell you, but I already said I think Green Bay is going to be playing from behind, so that should tell you who I have there. This is going to be a tough one, man. Looking at the DraftKings, we got 294,000 people in this lineup, or in this contest. I got to go something different. I'm making one lineup. Hopefully it goes this way. And if it scores, I don't want to really cash with anyone. That's why my captain is so... He's out there. He's one that most people aren't going to look at. And he's on the Chicago side as a receiver. Because of that, I would have more interest in Chicago's kicker than Green Bay's kicker, only because, like I said, I think Green Bay's going to be coming from behind. I think Chicago's going to score more points because of that. The kicker's going to be out scoring more kicks by default unless he fucking whiffs it, then I'm going to be pissed as hell. But yeah, guys, I know this is like a 5-minute video. You can't really dive too much into this. You got to pick 6 guys from a team, or for 5 on FanDuel. Not putting Devontae. Let me just sum it up right fast. Not putting Devontae Adams in the captain spot, but I will have him. Only having one quarterback. I'm gonna have. I have 2 wide receivers in total on this lineup. 1 running back, Adam, and then a kicker. And I'll let you try and figure out how it goes in that category. But that's who I have right now. Like I said, I think Green Bay wins it. They're going to try and run out the clock. I'm really high on David Montgomery. David Montgomery, I really, really like him. And I don't think you necessarily need both quarterbacks on this slate. I don't think you need a defense either. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game. I think if you have a defense, you're kind of pissing money away there. You might have that solid 10 points for about 7 seconds before these quarterbacks tear it up. But guys, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Tweet at me on Twitter, things of that nature. Best of luck, guys. Sign out. I'll talk to you guys later. Check out my other video for week 1. It's way more in depth here. It's fucking Showdown slate, man. The player pulls like 7 guys. It's a tough one, but best of luck. Football's back, and enjoy the show tonight. I'll talk to you guys later.